Hi, I'm Lexi, and I did the artwork for Pandora's Box, and I also voice a few characters. And I believe the significance of the story is important because it shows us that even though bad stuff gets released into our world, and even though we go through hard times in our lives, we can get through it as long as we have hope that things will get better in the end. Now this is Pandora's Box from Greek mythology. Enjoy.
Come back with us through time to the land of the ancient Greeks.
The Greeks believed that their gods lived on the mountain they called Olympus.
The most fearsome and terrible of all the gods was Zeus. He was vain and often cruel.
And when he was angry, everybody suffered.
He was famous for hurling thunderbolts at the earth to show off his power.
But one day, Zeus decided that throwing thunderbolts at harmless humans was beginning to bore him.
So he made up his mind to send something far worse to trouble the world.
He summoned the other gods and goddesses to him.
They all rushed to stand before Zeus as he sat on his throne.
And waited with bated breath to hear what he had to say.
My fellow gods and goddesses, I've decided to punish humankind. They don't respect me enough, and it's time I reminded them of my power.
But what do you want us to do?
You will create a beautiful woman, and I will send her to the earth to marry the giant Epimetheus.
But won't that make him happy?
Certainly not, for I will make her vain and selfish and silly. Now do as I have commanded.
At once.
The gods all raced away to do as Zeus had ordered.
Before long, they returned with the woman.
Zeus looked at her and then smiled.
You have done well. This woman is beautiful, but she is also self-centered and greedy. I shall name her Pandora. Pandora, you may speak.
Hello, Zeus. Thank you for making me so fabulously stunning.
It's my pleasure, my dear. Now I shall send for the man who will be your husband. You'll like him because he'll give you anything you ask for.
Oh, goody. There's lots of things I want, like clothes and money and jewels.
Of course you do. But there's one thing you must ask him for.
What's that?
A wooden box that his brother Prometheus gave him to keep safe. The box is full of things Prometheus doesn't want humans to have. But I don't like Prometheus, so I think it's only fair that you humans have them. Don't you, my dear?
Oh, yes. Yes. Like, why should greedy old Prometheus keep all those things for himself?
Quite right, Pandora. And if your husband really loves you, he'll let you have the box. Do you promise me you'll nag him until he gives it to you?
Oh, I totally promise.
Good. Now, Hermes, fetch Epimetheus here immediately.
Your wish is my command, Lord Zeus.
Hermes, the messenger of the gods, quickly flew down to earth and brought a very frightened Epimetheus back up to Olympus to meet his bride.
Ah, there you are, Epimetheus. What do you think of Pandora, your bride-to-be?
She's truly lovely, but Lord Zeus, I don't want to marry anybody.
Yes, I am beautiful, and I'm totally gonna be your wife whether you like it or not because Zeus said so. So there.
Epimetheus could see there was no point in arguing, so he and Pandora were married straight away and returned to Earth to live.
Well, Epimetheus, don't you totally think you should buy me a new dress to wear?
Yes, I suppose so.
And I'll totally need a diamond necklace to go with it.
Very well, I expect I can afford it.
Oh, yes, and I want that little wooden box that your brother gave you.
No, I'm sorry, but you can't have that. I promised Prometheus I would keep it safe and never open it.
Don't you totally love me?
Well, yes.
And do you want to make me happy?
Of course I do. You're my wife.
So, give me the box.
No.
Give me the box, give me the box, give me the box.
No, no, no.
Pandora stamped her foot in fury and Epimetheus stormed out of the room.
However, Pandora was determined she would have the mysterious box. She believed that it must contain precious jewels or gold coins.
So she made up her mind to steal it.
She hid behind a curtain and waited for Epimetheus to return. She did not have to wait very long because Epimetheus shortly returned with the wooden box.
Good. Pandora's gone. No doubt she's admiring herself in a mirror somewhere. Well, I'll hide the box so she'll never find it.
Epimetheus hid the box and left the room again. Soon after that, Pandora enters and almost immediately finds the box.
So I'll never find it, won't I? Well, Epimetheus, for your information, your wife has got brains, as well as beauty. And now, I'll just unlock this casket and help myself to the gold or jewels or whatever treasure is hidden away inside.
Pandora lifted the lid, looked inside the box, then screamed in horror as she threw the box across the room. The box did not contain any treasure at all.
Instead, Every evil thing ever created was trapped inside it.
And now Pandora had set them all free.
The horrid creatures, whose names were spite, anger, hate, envy, disease, war, and pain, swarmed into the room and danced around Pandora before rushing off to bring trouble and heartache to the world.
Pandora fell to her knees in despair, but then one last creature came out of the box and walked over her. The creature took her hand, and suddenly Pandora felt better.
You're not like the others. Who are you?
Pandora, your greed has released terrible troubles into the world, but I am here to try and make things better. My name is Hope.
And so it was that even though Pandora had opened the box
And let all the horrors loose.
Just as Zeus had known she would.
but human beings did not give up in despair.
Because hope was in the world.